सतगुरु चरण की गंगा बहे, मन मैला सब धोए रे। शिवा मेरे कब तुझसे नाता एक हुई रे।
आनन्दमानन्दकरप्रसन्नं ज्ञानस्वरूपं निजबोधरूपं योगेन्द्रमिडियं भवरोग्यवैद्यं श्रीमद्गुरुं नित्यं महं भजामि। The meaning of this Sanskrit shlok is, O divine teacher, Anandamananda Karaprasannam, the giver of the joy of truth. Anand is joy. The giver of the joy of truth, who gladdens my heart, who makes me happy. Karaprasannam. Jnana Swarupam, those people who are representing the truth, the divine, are the embodiment of wisdom. Jnana Swarupam, Nijabodha Rupam. They are the veritable and the virtuous fact of self-realization, divine realization. Anandamananda Karaprasannam, Jnana Swarupam, embodiment of wisdom, Nijabodha Rupam, totally enlightened. Yogendra Medium, the masters of yoga. Such are the gurus meant to be. The spiritual Sadgurus, the divine masters are meant to be. Yogendra Medium means yoga road, the masters of yoga. Means those who can at will unite their individual consciousness with the divine consciousness are people who are Nijabodha Rupam, Yogendra Medium, Nijabodha Rupam. Bodh means divine knowledge, God wisdom. Sophia. Yogendra Medium, Bhavarogya Vaidyam. Bhavarogya Vaidyam means the Supreme Masters automatically by their presence eliminate all physical, emotional and mental disharmony in the truth seeker. They eliminate disease, decay and death. Nijabodha Rupam, Yogendra Medium, Bhavarogya Vaidyam. Rog means disease of body, mind and soul. Bhavarogya Vaidyam, he is the supreme doctor of all the maladies which affect your body, mind and soul. Nijabodha Rupam, Yogendra Medium, Bhavarogya Vaidyam, Srimad Gurum Tvam Namami. Means to such a supreme Sadguru, I bow. And such a supreme Sadguru, who is in connection with his own supreme Sadguru, the supreme initiator of the universe and the world, Shiv Goraksha Babaji, who pours forth this divine message to you, the truth and the fact for your life and your livingness. Such a person I represent here as I sit to teach you as a server of humanity. Om Anandamananda Karaprasannam Jnana Swarupam Nijabodha Rupam Yogendra Mediam Bhavarogya Vaidyam Srimad Gurum Nityam Maham Bhajami. To such a master, my ceaseless salutations, and who vibrates through, represents and is the sacred word Om. This is one of the most beautiful prayers beautiful supplications to your divine indweller and the projection of the indweller, who is the master sitting here before you. I am here before you because you wanted me to be here. Otherwise, the teacher of the truth would not be there. If the disciple didn't want the truth, then the teacher would not be there. The teacher appears when the disciple wants him to appear. So it's one of the beautiful prayers which is so meaningful and so full of depth. So it says, Ananda, Mananda, the giver of the joy of truth is the master. He removes all depression, fear, negativity. Ananda, Mananda, Karaprasannam. Removing this fear and negativity gladdens my heart. Jnana Swarupam, Nijabodha Rupam. The embodiment of wisdom and the true livingness of self and divine realization is such a master. Bhavarogya Vaidyam, Anandamananda Karaprasannam, Jnana Swarupam, Nijabodha Rupam, Yogendra Midyam, Bhavarogya Vaidyam. The king of yogis, he is fully in control of all his body, mind and senses. A master of yoga who is able to unite his individual with the divine consciousness. Yogendra Midyam, Bhavarogya Vaidyam, he who dispels, as the light dispels the darkness, so he dispels from my body disease, decay and death. That's the meaning. It's such a beautiful meaning to pray this to the Guru principle, that Bhavarogya Vaidyam means he destroys all disease. Like light dispels darkness, so he dispels my emotional and mental suffering, gives me bodily health. Shrimad Gurum, SatGurum, Tvam Namami. So, to such a master, my ceaseless salutations. Now, all these qualities which I have described to you are the qualities which are inherent in the teacher of divine knowledge. And because the master himself is submerged and immersed in the divine, in the Lord God, he is naturally saturated and endowed with these qualities which radiate from him whether you want it or not. Now, what makes the difference between the receptivity of one person and another? Of course, it's his mind. Some minds are more receptive, some minds are less receptive, and some midway. So therefore, when we get together in this sacred space of 2 days, we are already a spiritual family. Many of you have known each other for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So it's definitely a family of knowing people, a spiritual community and a spiritual family. And your minds, when meditating, are like a celestial Facebook. If you, is this the first word I've spoken which you've understood? I said I'm getting late, I better get wired in now and speak their language. Better load up. So what happens? Because when I was thinking of this, each one says he sees or hears a particular master or sees him on the YouTube. He meditates on certain things which he likes, which are wafted across his heart, and they have impressed the soul and the mind of the seeker. So he tends to meditate upon that light, upon that joyous garden, upon the nostalgic feeling. When he meditates upon this, he creates a huge mirror in the celestial light, which knowing and unknowingly reflects and influences and gives to know the truth to millions and billions of other people in infinitesimal quantities or in perhaps larger quantities. So he is reflecting his divine thoughts, his meditations and his prayers to millions of others. He is broadcasting on his celestial Facebook, which is his spiritual body. The celestial body is the purified astral body. He's reflecting on his celestial body, the eternal Facebook. And this Facebook, there are others who are like-minded, who are in sync with this thought, who reflect this thought at the same wavelength, and they take it on. So this Facebook is not a new idea. It's a very ancient idea and existed from the time the human mind existed. He started reflecting and broadcasting, and knowing unknowingly, a community was formed, a spiritual momentum took place, and that's what's going to happen. And I urge you people not only to reflect good thoughts and good lectures and good words on your celestial Facebook, but also to reflect it on your computer Facebook, so that more of the good may spread, overriding the bad, overriding negativity, or that which does not conduce to a collective community, that which not conduce to project tranquility, that which does not. What we want to project is a collective community, a project tranquility, a unity humanity. This is what we are trying to do. And this is what we are doing, knowing unknowingly, because it's you right here who are to form the future sixth sub-race and the sixth root race. By saying these words, I'm trying to impress upon you that there is a new civilization, a new community which is taking birth already. And you are all the products of this sixth civilization, sixth sub-civilization. And it can be seen by the way you sit, your posture, your physical features, the eyebrows, the high cheekbones. At the physical level, you can see some may have got these qualities, some are yet to get it. Then at the emotional level, a yearning for devotional song, a yearning to chant. All those people who have these qualities, who love devotional chanting and singing and kirtan and bhajan, they are definitely a strong product of the sixth community, the sixth sub-race. And not all will have the same qualities together, but some may have some of devotional qualities, the other may have qualities of consideration for others, empathy for others. The others may have quality of uniting people in one thought. Some may have qualities for focusing on a sharper mind to do good to humanity. But all this drive, the will to good, to evolve to a higher sensitivity towards nature and to one's fellow brethren, these are all qualities of an evolutionary human growth. And humanity is becoming more and more refined as it climbs up the ladder of time. And you are the product. But remember, this is an evolving humanity. But a quantum leap shall take place about 500 to 700 years hence, where the sixth main community, the sixth civilization, from the fifth civilization, the sixth civilization, which they call the sixth root race, or the sixth world citizenry, will arise. From you all will be picked. You see, you will be coming again and going in 700 years. You will be the same, but you'll change many bodies. You'll incarnate and go up and incarnate and cast your body and come again. By 700 years, you should be ready to form the brilliant, the Shangri-La, the creme de la creme of humanity. And then the selected ones shall be chosen to accompany the second coming of the Kalki avatar, the second coming of the Maitreya Krishna, or the second advent of Christ. All these words. So then he will manifest in his bodily form before you. But now his people, his masters, his lieutenants, his generals of the Christ are all working, if I may use these words, or I may use words like the people who are close to him are working to form or to weave a fabric that is conducive to human love, human wisdom, and human truth. So love, wisdom, and truth are the qualities of the fabric from which your very sum and substance will be woven. So you will, 700 years, be composed of love, wisdom, and truth. There'll be no thought otherwise. There will be no thoughts of personal quarrels, backbiting, depression, negativity. It shall all be eliminated by the practice of Kriya Yoga. And hence, Kriya Yoga is the creme de la creme. That is the practice which needs to be done to bring forth a better you, a better family, a better community, a better society, a better humanity. And when all humanity merges into the divine light, a better divinity. So your ultimate destiny is divinity. You all shall express the divine within you to your fullest potential. So with Babaji's blessings we are here, and all of you are assisting in this great work. Outer conditions may vary, but the inner urge is the same, to practice a simple and scientific pathway of Kriya Yoga, to enable each one of you to express the fullest divinity within you, to express it and spread it to others so that they themselves may practice the divine science of Kriya Yoga, which is simple and easy. Anyone can do it and everyone can do it. And this is given by the highest authority. It is called the lightning path. By other ways you may take 100 years. By the path of Kriya Yoga, that which takes you 100 years to have an experience of God, to merge with God, may take you only 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 5 years, 3 years. These are extreme cases of people who really practice with intensity. And today I am going to begin with the sacred science of Kriya Yoga. I just want to know before I begin, who are the people who are to be initiated into the Kriya Yoga? Raise your hands. Oh, so they're all spread out at random, is it? So I think the older people could change, the people who've already had Kriya change with the new ones, and let those people from the back come in the front. Is there anybody who's here from before? You here? You've had Kriya Yoga? Can some people at the back come? Don't worry, there'll be many a session, so you'll get a lot of chance to sit in the front too. And that's very nice and giving of you people. Thank you for giving up your precious and choicest seats. That's a great evolution in itself, a great sacrifice. Don't sit in the pathway. Don't sit in the path. Okay. So the Kriya Yoga is the science of all sciences. You can shift inside. More. Yeah, shift that asana inside. You can shift that asana inside. You know the thing you're sitting on? Shift it inside. There you go. That's good. I'm going to teach you the technique of Omkar Kriya. The Om is the sacred word. In the beginning of creation was the Word, and the Word was with God, and God was the Word, and the Word was Om. Now, how do we say this word? We don't say Om. In the technique, when we practice, the more silent the word, the more powerful it becomes. Just by chanting the word Om, it transforms your body, mind, and soul. It's like an alchemy. The word Om is like an alchemy of transformation. We mentally chant it and then listen to it. It is done in every center. So I'm going to give you the Omkar Kriya and the Omkar technique first. Before which, this technique, let me tell you, is for everyone and anyone. But you cannot give it to others. You must come to the proper source, to the proper authorities, and they will initiate. Our acharyas, kriyacharyas, and hamsacharyas will initiate people into the Kriya Yoga. We have a support system, so you can go to them and get Kriya Yoga. But you are being empowered by me now. I will begin with the technique of the Omkar Kriya. You will do as I do, to hold sacred this technique and not divulge it, but practice it amongst yourselves and discuss only with those who have been empowered into this technique of selfing into the self. See, everything has a basic sound of Om. You notice that? Then everything has it.
तो ये तो टेर है. It's a soul cry. That, oh Lord, let the Ganga of your feet wash the evil intoxicants of my heart. And oh Lord, when shall my soul be one with thy spirit? When shall Jiva be one with Shiva?